ส Hello everybody, I'm sorry I'm late. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I actually woke up with my alarm and then I turned it off by accident. I mean, it wasn't an accident. I thought it through and I thought I was gonna wake up like right after that. But then I knocked out. Hello, welcome. I'm sorry. I'm so late. You guys have been waiting for me. I'm so sorry. I'm like over an hour late and that's unacceptable. I'm so very sorry. I hope you guys had a good sleep. I really hope this is not happening again. Hello. Oh, me. Thank you for 22 months. Why isn't the notification the how do you call it? The alert working? Or did it work? But yeah, me, thank you for 22 months in a row. Oh my god. You are like one of a few people who still subscribe to me. Because I don't know. Nobody's here with me. Have you eaten? I hope you have eaten breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I'm about to eat soft-boiled egg. Can you hear it? I'm like making the egg very, very smooshy so I can eat it very, very, very easily. I mean, it's easy as it is, but still, it's good. Yep. It's cold, but it's good. Okay, so wait. We are going to continue this. We have done this one already. Though I doubt that you guys remember anything because I don't remember anything. Maybe you guys remember something, but I don't. I'll go refresh my memory after this. But this is the one that I'm gonna go for. It's Ace Attorney 2, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. We're gonna start this new game from the very, very top. Turnabout trigger. Oh no! Oh shit. Did he die? Why is he so cool? All the freaking time. Okay. So he died? This episode continues from first part immediately. Yeah, I think I remember. I think I'm familiar with the name Zheng Fa, but I I don't really remember anything. It's been a long time. March 25th, 2:46 p.m. Gourd Lake, spectator area. The news must be halfway around the world already. After all, it's not every day an attempt is made on the life of a nation's president. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor. I came as soon as I got the call. The moment the phone rang, I knew it was serious. Yeah, I was never not serious. Mr. Edgeworth! Thank goodness you're here, sir. This is Dick Gumshoe, a detective with the local precinct. He's the one usually assigned to my cases. How is the president, detective? We still don't know, Mr. Edgeworth. The medics just boarded the plane a few minutes ago. I see. I hope he's alright. Well, then I suppose you'd better show me the scene of the crime scene. Right away, sir! Hey! I said hey! Hey, you! Ruffles! Oh, who's that? You're the prosecutor in charge of this here case, ain't ya? Wanna give me your first impressions? Anything strike y'all as odd? No comment. Detective Gumshoe, with me. Come on now, Mr. Prosecutor, don't be like that. Mr. Edgeworth, wait for me! Now, detective, I'll need the facts of the case in much detail as you can give me. Oh wow, look at his muscles. Well, the scene was right here at Gourd Lake. As you already know, a bunch of people would gather to welcome the president of Zhengfa. Okay. Di Jun Wang. Yes, I read about his visit. It's been all over the news for days now. Newspaper clipping data jotted down in my organizer. A special report about President Di Jun Wang. Okay. It was raining until before he landed. Luckily, he let up and he went on stage as planned. Then, smack dab in the middle of his speech, bam! A gun goes off and everybody runs for cover, terrified for their lives. Apparently. Truth is, I only just showed up myself. I don't know a whole lot more than you, sir. You were summoned on short notice as well? Sure was, right in the middle of my day off. I was at the office taking advantage of the peace and quiet to prepare for my next case. And then the boss himself calls you to the scene. Never a dull moment, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Hello! Woo! Street Reach! Thank you so much, Ricom! Thank you! 20 streams in a row! Zhengfa is Agent Lang homeland. Agent Lang! That guy. The boss. Yeah, she prosecutor was right here in the park, saw the whole thing. First chance he got, he yelled at the top of his lungs. Get me Edgeworth right away, he's only man for the job, something like that. I see. Oh, hey, Gordon, the parameter of the park of as soon as it happened, you'd be happy to know. So our would-be assassin is still here somewhere. Now all you gotta do is find him in the middle of that crowd before they strike again. Right, we don't know what else our culprit might be planning. These people are in danger. We don't have a moment to lose. Let's begin with the basics. And search every inch of the crime scene for clues, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Precisely. The president was shot at, which means a gun was involved. That's our first clue. Okay. Security was tight for President Wang's speech, but he was still shot at somehow. Alright, duly noted. Detective Gumshoe, how exactly was the security details surrounding the president's speech organized? Well, sir, our officers were mainly focused on securing the perimeter of the park. The president's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. See those guys over there? Maybe we should ask them a few questions. If I want to talk with them, I'll need to walk over and press X. Okay. Can I help you? You're one of the president's bodyguards, correct? Could you tell me some of his security detail and how his security detail was arranged during the speech? 2 most senior operatives were attached to the president. The rest secured the stage. This isn't our first rodeo. Oh, anything suspicious in that crowd and we were spotted it right away. I see. So the president's security was tightly orchestrated for the duration of his speech. The president's security detail was on watch throughout for anything suspect. Let's investigate further. We should speak with other witnesses and continue to look over the crime scene. We can't afford to leave any stone unturned. So that's how you'll go about it, eh? Sure is something seeing the pros at work. Care to share a little about what happens to that information once you've got a hold of it? Bystanders. This one seems persistent, but I can't afford to get distracted. Hey, Ruffles, I asked you a question, dang it! What happens next? Well, we put all the information together and try to find connections, right there. Detective! Oh, don't be so hard on the poor guy. So, connections, you say, and what next? Well, I guess you'd say we connect the dots, connect a piece of information to another. It's Mr. Edgeworth's forte. He's a logic master. I can view what information I have with L1 and then connect them with... okay. We should try it now. Just a quick press of L1, and we'll be off down the path of logic. Okay. President was shot at... Despite the president's tight security, the perpetrator still managed to carry out their attack. Hello, welcome! Welcome! Completely undetected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards, no less. No mean feat. This would have taken some serious planning. In other words, the assassination attempt was almost certainly premeditated. Oh, a premeditated attack. Okay. That's the stuff, Mr. Edgeworth. An old logic never fails, huh? Indeed, all we need to do is find the right clues and make the right connections between them. Make the wrong connections, however, and we will only wind up further from the truth. Which means I must make well-reasoned connections if I intend to draw logical conclusions. Gold Lakeside stage, okay. Let's get this investigation started. Time to examine anything that looks suspicious. To examine things, I simply need to walk up to them and press X, okay? If I wish to speak with a detective, I should use triangle. Okay. Is the president okay? We're not at liberty to share information with local law enforcement. What'd you just say to him? You let us on that plane, pal! Or you might just regret it. Sorry, I can't let you do that. No one respects a badge anymore. I suppose this is some of an international incident. All the more reason to find a killer as soon as we possibly can. Okay. What is the officer here taking pictures of, detective? The wicked will be crushed beneath the righteous hammer of justice. Looks like he's reading off these papers here, Mr. Edgeworth. Pro speech tips number 3. Speak slowly and confidently to win your audience around. Hey, this is good stuff. Better get a shot of this one too. Instead of focusing on that speech, how about you focus on your work instead, officer? He wants to be big, I know. Have you found anything of note, officer? No, sir, not a thing. No fingerprints, no footprints, nothing. That is to say, none that stand out, sir. Not after everybody touched and walked all over everything. Detective Gumshoe? Did he sound pleased about having no evidence to catalog? I'll speak to his commanding officer about it, sir. Salary review's coming up so soon and all. Oh no, not the salary. There's a bright red balloon bobbing on the surface of the lake. Reminds me of sending balloon letters back when I was a kid. You write a letter C and you tie it to a balloon and send it floating off to see if somebody writes back. That's quite an ingenious idea, and did anybody write back? No. You kind of need a balloon that actually floats first. That's where your plan fell apart? Oh, edgy. Oh! No! I was as surprised as you, sir. But there's no mistaking it. It's a steel samurai. A steel samurai, warrior of Neo-Tokyo. It's a popular TV show. Old, young, it doesn't matter. It truly has something for everyone. Beats me why they had a steel samurai balloon at a welcome party for a foreign president. It's a little odd. Can I work have a breakfast? Sure. Sure you can. Absolutely. Enjoy your breakfast. It's a little odd, although now that I think about it, what better hero to represent our nation? Must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Well, breaks your heart, don't it? It does. What villainy could have befallen it? Witnesses said it popped right about when the gun went off, which would strongly suggest that a bullet struck the balloon. Oh! Looks like we got a case of cold-blooded samurai murder on our hands. This is sacrilege. Sacrilege? I won't rest until the culprit has been apprehended. Detective, we cannot let this vile assassin escape. We won't, sir. You can count on it. Okay, he started out floating to the right of the lakeside, but has since been popped. Ooh, I can see it. It's the flag of Zhengfa. The key motive is a blazing red phoenix. Wait, what's this? Something the matter, sir? You don't see it, detective? There's something unusual about this flag. Compared with one of the other side of the stage you do. Oh, that's a beauty right there. Just look at it flapping in the wind. It's immaculate. Exactly, which is how a flag should look. And yet, here we see quite different picture. One thing in particular stands out, don't you think? But, right, of course, yeah, I give up. Come on, spill the beans. You can lead a horse to water. I'll just have to move the cursor to the problematic spot and highlight the difference with triangle. It's a...
Take that!
It's a gunshot. Look closely. Do you see the hole? Wow, look at that. You're right, sir. And note the burn marks around the edges. That's a bullet hole. There's no mistake. A bullet hole? So you say the bullet went through this flag? I think I have gathered enough information for the moment. Time to put the pieces together and see what we can figure out. Okay. Well, I want to see if I can... Oh, we can't. Hey, Ruffles! How's the investigation coming along? Anything you want to share? Here we go. I'm not in the habit of sharing the details of confidential investigations with strangers. Damn, you sure are one tough cookie. But I ain't about to head back to Sheep Lotta empty-handed. Don't I know that name from somewhere? No, must be my imagination. Yeah, I know. I knew it. He kind of looks like Lotta. Okay, so I'll talk with Detective. Yes, sir. Notice anything? Well, the rain stopped and was falling right up until the president got here. Even the mist is lifted, barely a cloud in the sky. You sound disappointed, Detective. I was supposed to be fishing right here on this lake, in fact, and the big ones only come out when it's wet. But the park was sealed off for the president's visit. No regular use allowed, you know the rules. Nothing regular about reeling in a whopper, sir. This was gonna be special. I fear our ideas of special might be rather different. Irreconcilably so, in fact. Oh wow, what a word. This is what he thinks about at a time like this. About investigating. Detective Gumshoe, remember how to properly conduct an investigation? Sure I do, sir. First off, you gotta gather information, all the intel you can. Examine every nook and cranny. Talk to every single witness. Both of which you can do with X. And if you get the chance, ask them about the evidence. Which means diving into your organizer and presenting it to them. I can open my organizer with R1 and present the evidence with Triangle. I've been with you a while, Mr. Edgeworth. I ought to know this stuff by now. Yes, you ought to. Okay, gathering information. The first step in any investigation is information gathering. Everything else stems from there. Yep, and once you got enough, you can start making connections between all the pieces, right, sir? Connect one piece of information to another, and everything will start to fall into place. Indeed, and to do that, I need to use my powers of logic. I can check all the information I've gathered by pressing R1, and I can draw connections between two pieces of information with triangle. Alright? Oh wait, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. Time to show off your world-class deductions as always, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's go. Okay, let's see. R1, okay, that's a profile. L1. A premeditated attack. Flag with bullet. No? That doesn't add up. A better thing again. Why? This one? I thought about that, but I wasn't sure. There's a bullet hole in the flag, and it seems highly likely the balloon was popped by a bullet too. Which means 2 shots were fired, right, sir? Possibly even 3. The president was shot at as well, remember? Equally, the hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have been made by the same bullet. What we need to know is how many gunshots there were. Alright, on with the Ruffles! Ruffles! Y'all figure something out, or care to share? Who exactly is she? And why does she keep shouting at us? Is it she? Rubbernegger, I guess. Seems pretty interested in the case. Come on, give me some here! I mean, the police should have, you know... We do need to speak with some witnesses to find out how many gunshots there were. Fine, let's see if she can tell us anything. Oh, it is a she. There y'all are. There y'all are. Tabloid at your service. I'm looking into this case for, well, just for me right now, but looking into the case... Miss Lloyd, wasn't it, Miss Lloyd? There's something I'd like to... Well, can you tell me any exclusive details you want to share? How about the perp? Have they made any demands? What about them their ruffles? Where does a fella buy a cravat like that?
Hold it!
Will you be quiet for a moment? I'll be asking questions here. Damn, here I thought he could get me some juicy for my piece. I need to know about the shooting. Can you tell me how many gunshots you heard? Why, I most certainly cannot. I beg your pardon? I can't just be handing out leads for free. That stuff's my livelihood. Oh, come on, don't hold out on us. We all gotta share sometimes. Me? Hold out on you? Well, if y'all gonna be like that, I'll be moving right along. Goodbye! Wait for what exactly, huh? If you got nothing for me, I'm gone. This resumed from last season that we solved strong file smuggle incident from counterfeit bills. The former president come to gratitude himself. Ah, I see. He came here to thank us. We're fresh out of moves here. Out of moves, huh? I wouldn't be so sure. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? As you know, detective, I like to play a little chess. And what does one do in chess when an opponent adopts a defensive position? Why, the board offers any number of options, but some are more effective than others. Sorry, sir, but this is all going way over my head. No matter how impenetrable an opponent's defense may seem, it can always be overcome. Watch and learn, detective, as I shatter my opponent's resolve with the power of words. Oh, wow. When attempting to draw out an entrenched opponent, one must employ certain tactics. Let us picture the board and see if we can anticipate our adversary's next move. Now, we must analyze the state of play. Yowing ain't getting none out of me, but until you give me something in return. Oh, my opponent has stopped herself indeed. Her defenses won't be easily broken. But I can't afford to try her patience by taking too long to plot my next move. In other words, I must be conscious not just of my strategy, but also of the passing of time. That said, I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can pay dividends not to. If my opponent gets too agitated, if it fits him to ask me something, will you deign well ask it already? I may be able to gain the tactical advantage by calmly bidding my time. Then, when I see a crack in my opponent's armor, I promise, I should begin by finding out what it is that she does. Alright, time to make my opening gambit. My chess. Oh. What is it that you do? Why don't you begin by telling me what about it that you do? Sure, or you could totally not do that thing and not know when to keep my mouth shut. That's my job. Now, so you do something you won't. You can't tell anybody. Shut up! Are you no lawbreaker? Is that what you insinuate? You're clearly hiding something. Don't you see? There's nowhere left to hide. I'm not really sure what you're getting at here, Ruffles. Curses. I should have picked my words more wisely. What? What do you mean? It's more effective to bide my time, the more agitated or upset my opponent seems. When they're vulnerable, that's the time to go on verbal offensive. Okay, what is it to do? I'm a law-abiding everyday citizen. A citizen, you got no reason to say otherwise. Forgive me, I meant nothing by it. If it's something you can't tell me about, I imagine it must be very important work. Huh? Well, sure, I guess. These ways, it'll be once I bagged me my first big scoop. What was that about scoops? Hey? I see, it's a scoop you were after. So you're a journalist, is that correct? Damn. Sure. I'm your friendly neighborhood reporter. The hungriest club on the beat. That's a mystery of what she does for a living solved. Perhaps our hungry young cub has scattered information vital to the case. Let's make that our next line of inquiry. Ooh. Okay. With the opening moves concluded, the mid-game approaches. What else does she have to tell us? Were you at the scene of the crime? At the time of the incident, were you present at the scene of the crime? Come on now, Ruffles, you ain't gonna give little old Tabby something for it. Absolutely not. That ain't giving you nothing either. You think I'm a sucker thing to get? Okay, bide my time. She's agitated. Come on, this is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something. Sadly, the more you know, the more you might find yourself in danger. I ain't scared. I'm pro. Takes more in the sound of a little gunfire to face me. You heard gunfire, didn't you? Hey, you may be a pro as you put it, but I'd say you're still a little wet behind the ears. You say you heard gunfire, which proves you were here at the time of the crime. Therefore, you must have seen something. Double down. Fine, I was here. I saw it. Came to report on the big speed. Wound up reporting on a shooting. And you won't get no more out of me than that. I'm done with your tricks, Ruffles. If she came to report on the event, she must have made a record of something. A record I would very much like to get my hands on. This is quite a clue as to where to take the conversation. Where's the record you're reporting? You're reporting, which means you must have been making a record of some kind. You got more questions. You gotta give me some first. That's a deal. I'm not in the habit of making deals. Now tell me what I need to know. Sorry, Ruffles, can't help you. Time to report my clue. Bide my time first. Hey, partner! This ain't no time for a silent treatment, you hear? I'm a busy one. Yeah, seems I misjudged that. Oh shit. Okay, it's more effective to buy my time to more. Okay. She wasn't educated, so I shouldn't be biding my time. No self-respecting reporter would leave the house without a means of putting things on the record. So tell me, Miss Lloyd, where's yours? It's not yet. Of course I made a record. I told you I'm a pro. Near or my shoes out running around on this one. Which is why I'm not about to just hand it over to the first person who asks me. I'm not just anyone, young lady. I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Don't you young lady, you ain't getting it, no matter how many times you ask. By my time. You understand, don't you, Ruffles? It ain't nothing personal. I understand that your job is a difficult one. You do? Well, ain't that sweet? And it's such a competitive field, you must sometimes doubt that you'll ever succeed. I'll go pretty far, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Just as long as I got my trusty tape recorder, I'll always be ready to nap a scoop. Play me that tape. Intriguing. A young reporter hungry for success. So dedicated to a craft that to leave such an important event unrecorded would be unthinkable. And indeed she did not. She committed the entire event to tape. Dang it! This is my scoop, you messing with my big break. Fine, sure, I recorded the whole darn thing. It's all right here. You got me, eh? Checkmate. Okay. Checkmate! Hello! Oh! Pecan, thank you for the redemption! Oh my god, okay. What should I be singing? What should I be singing? What do you want me to sing? It's so early in the morning though. I don't know what to sing. Let's see. Anyone's birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I will ask what should I sing? Choose a song that fits your comfortable vocal range. Okay. That's what they suggested me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what to do, but thank you so much. Loveful from Cardigans? No, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna sing this. Hey. Okay. I'm gonna sing this one then. Can I sing right now? Is there a BGM going on? Of course it is. It's okay. I can sing through it. Okay. I haven't sung for a long time. Head underwater, and they tell me to breathe easy for a while. Breathing gets harder, even I know that. Made room for me, it's too soon to see if I'm happy in your hands. Mine usually hard to hold on to. Blank says that blank pages, no easy way to say this. You mean well, but you make this hard on me. I'm not gonna write you a love song, cause you asked for it, cause you need one. And you see, I'm not gonna write you a love song, cause you tell me it's make a break in this if you're on your way. I'm not gonna write you to stay. If all you have is leaving, I'ma need a better reason to write you a love song today. I learned the hard way that they all say things you wanna hear. My heavy heart sinks deep down under you and your twisted words. Your hell just hurts. You were not what I thought you were. Hello to high and dry. Convince me to please you. Made me think that I need this too. I'm trying to let you hear me as I am. I'm not gonna write you a love song, cause you asked for it, cause you need one. You see, I'm not gonna write you a love song, cause you tell me it's make a break in this if you're on your way. I'm not gonna write you to stay. If all you have is leaving, I'ma need a better reason to write you a love song today. Promise me that you leave the light on to help me see the daylight might guide on. Cause I believe there's a way you can love me, because I say I won't write you a love song, cause you asked for it, cause you need one. You see, I'm not gonna write you a love song, cause you tell me it's make a break in this. Is that why you wanted a love song? Cause you asked for it, cause you need one. You see, I'm not gonna write you a love song, cause you tell me it's make a break in this if you're on your way. I'm not gonna write you to stay. If your heart is nowhere in it, I don't want it for a minute, babe. I walk the 7 seas when I believe that as a reason to write you a love song today. Yay! Thank you. The song name is Love Song by Sarah Bareilles. Thank you. Thank you for the redemption. I haven't sung for a long time. So nervous. Okay, let's continue. Come on. So, you're something else, Ruffles. I was trying to be all strong and silent, but you had me singing like a canary. Never mind that. Now play as a team. This should finally tell us how many shots were fired. Whoa, shit. Fine, you can hear it, but I got conditions. You played me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only a chief ever played me so good. So you gotta agree to the chief number 2. To be the chief number 2 and be mentor to a rising star, aka me. Chief number 2, kinda like a second parent? That's a big responsibility, sir. And one more thing. I want exclusive reporting rights for the first 24 hours. Come on, you're gonna say yes. What kind of mentor would give his star pupil the exclusive, huh? She's a difficult woman to refuse. And I need to hear that recording. 24 hours is more than I can promise. The story is yours until the case is solved. And the job of chief number 2? I think not. Yeah, you're no fun. But I guess a girl can't have everything. All for the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, you got yourself a deal. You got exclusive access starting right the second. Good, then our first order in business is to listen to that tape. Okay. So, I'm so happy because last night I struggled a bit because I bit the inner of my lip, the inside of my lip, and it was wounded. And yesterday, last night, before I go to bed, before I went to bed, I found this ointment that's used for mouth wounds, the wounds inside the mouth. And I applied on the wound, and now it's gone. The wound magically disappeared. I'm so happy. Okay. Good, then our first order of business is to listen to that tape. Ka-cha. Honored friends and allies, I'm here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dog my beloved nation are no more. The president's speech. The president passionately addressed his assembled crowd as it tried to shake off the reports of his declining popularity by sheer force of will. And there's me, can't be a little live commentary to set the scene. The meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct? He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yatagarasu situation behind him. As well as he should be, this is a great day for all of us. Whose voices are these? Oh, there was these two old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. I know their voices were somewhere. Wait, the part where the gun goes off is right after this. The president thrusts his fist into the air as his excitement reaches fever pitch. Against evil rages on. Here, today I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush your wicked with a righteous hammer of justice. What the? Ah! Oh, 2 gunshots. Miss Lloyd's tape data jotted down in my organizer. A recording of President's speech, 2 gunshots can clearly be heard. 2 shots were fired. Yesterday I survived from Prapadang Songkran Wars too. What a mess. Oh, they still have Songkran going on. Yeah, I heard they have it until like the 26th or 27th, right? That is really mad. I love it. I love the energy. So cool. Yep. And that tells us something? Some very important. It allows us to deduce the trajectory of one of our bullets. Of the 2 shots fired, 1 hit the president, which means the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon, in that order. Which, as you can see, allows us to deduce the position of our shooter. The only possible place from which a bullet could have been fired through the flag and into the balloon is... oh shit.
Take that!
I'm sure it's wrong. Here, yes, there's no doubt about it. This is where our shooter was standing. You sure about that, Ruffles? What's your mouth, kid? This Edgewood's power of deduction never fails. He takes the evidence, puts it together, uses his logic, and bam! Out comes the truth, every time. Can't wait to hear the logic behind this one. Well, sir, how'd you do? Sir? One moment, yes, It's alright, Ruffles. We all make mistakes. Draw a straight line along the path of each ocean. Our two lines should converge on a single point, the point where our culprit was standing. The only possible place from which a bullet could have been fired through the flag and into the balloon is it not there? In the crowd? Like, if you shoot from here, you can go through here. In the crowd.
Take that!
Here, yes, there's no doubt. What? I don't know, really. Through the flag and into the balloon. Isn't it here? It cannot be here. From which a bullet could have been fired through the flag and into the balloon. You draw a straight line. Why is it not there? What? Wait, let me. What should I eat for lunch? What should I eat for lunch? Let's see. I have to order or I won't be able to eat anything. What should I be eating? Caprao? That's a good suggestion. I love that suggestion so much. Okay. You guys, please don't forget to eat, okay? It's 10 o'clock already. At least have your breakfast. Let's see. Okay, I got it. I got one caprao. Woohoo! Okay. Okay, I got the address. I got everything. I ordered. Let's go! Okay. Already done. So now I have to wait. I'm eating protein shake. I love my 5 kilos? Nice. That is very nice. Does protein shake help though? Does it help? I feel like it won't help if you don't exercise. Okay. Isn't it here? It can't be from up above the stage though. Bullet could have been fired through the flag and into the balloon. Isn't it here? I'm confused. Is it
Take
here?
that!
What? No? Two lines should converge on a single point. The point where our culprit was standing. If we draw a straight line along the path of each bullet. 2 bullets were fired. We know that for a fact. Okay, so we have to draw a straight line and where it intersects. So is it here? Is it here? So confused. I exercise too. Changing eating habits can help too. Yeah, I'm trying to change my habit too. But I'm not losing any more weight. I really hope it changes into muscles. I don't understand this. If I draw a straight line from here, it should be here. Or is it a straight line like that? Right here?
Take
I
that!
don't know, man. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Here?
Take that!
I don't know! Why is it so hard? What do you mean the only possible place? Are you...
Take that!
I don't understand.
Take that!
What? Drawing a line between the flag and the balloon gives us a trajectory of one of our bullets and places our shooter on the left-hand side of a spectator area. What? Bullet trajectory data jotted down in my organizer. What do you mean? I mean, it can be anywhere along that line, right? Oh, come on. You're a genius, Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, I'll need to examine the left side of spectator area. Roger that, sir. So, you need me to clear all those people out of the way, I guess. I do, and what evidence remains to be found may already be deteriorated. So I need you to be quick about it. Yes, sir! Chief, hey, I'm talking to you, Chief. I suppose you mean me, Miss Lily. I surely do. You gotta let me help out. This stuff's my forte. I'm the best crowd turner you ever did see. I'll prod, pummel, and push him wherever you like. A very kind offer, but I think a less hands-on approach might be preferable. Also, about this chief business, I'm nobody's chief. Whatever you say, sir, your wish is my command. I somehow doubt that. Here you go, sir. It's all ready for you. Miss Loyalty cleared everybody out just like that. You should have seen it. Oh, you ain't seen not the chief, my other chief, that is. She sends him running twice as quick. She sounds like quite a formidable character. Perhaps I should go easier on the poor girl. Thank you, but you really shouldn't have all that running around. Your clothes are covered in mud. Allow me to pay for the cleaning. It's the least I can do. Huh? You mean my jacket? Oh, don't you be worrying your pretty little head about that. It's reversible. All you gotta do is switch around and alakazam. No more dirt. On the outside, perhaps, but you still have some problem with the inside. We're ready to get back to the investigation wherever you are, sir. The crowd has trampled the entire area. We'd be lucky to find any traces of our shooter. You don't gotta pick through the trash yourself. A prosecutor's life ain't easy, huh? Detective Gumshoe? Right away, sir! The faithful detective scrabbles through the garbage as the prosecutor looks on, his hands unblemished. Let's see. Come to Papa, little treasure. Is he enjoying himself? Bingo! A popsicle stick. For the love of jokes and put on these. Detective! Sorry, sir. Relevant evidence. Huh? I think we got something. Good word, detective. Let's take a closer look, shall we? By examining a piece of evidence from all angles, we can uncover hidden details. Sure can. Just tell me which way you want it, sir. You can rotate the item with R. If you want, I can move it closer to further away too. Because I want to examine this object up close, and I want to move out from the bigger picture. And when you spot something, just say the word. I can point out suspicious area with a cursor and press X to inspect the map closely. Alright, let's see what we can discover. Oh, this is a document of some kind. What are we looking at here? Presidential security plan. There's a diagram of president's security arrangements. Oh, let's cover for Lakeside now has in this area. Representation in light of Knight's injury. Knight to immediately escort president to plane in case of emergency. Oh. It shows how the president's bodyguards were positioned. It even has his people's name on it. Rook and Knight. So his bodyguards aren't natives apparently. I heard he uses some private security firm. But why not employ people from his own country? I know why not. Y'all wanna hear a little Tabby Lloyd exclusive? You really know something? Sure I do. It was over at the embassy for so long. Sniffing out a story. While I'm there, one of my sources tell me that the president's got more enemies than you got hairs on your head, including a bunch of bigwigs in a national police force. Interesting. So he's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. I wonder if one of these enemies could have been behind the attempt on his life. Security plan data jotted down in my organizer. Okay. But what was he doing dumped here in that bag? You raise an interesting point. It's a document relating to a matter of national security. It would surely be highly classified. Hey, there's something else in there. My. What's a gun doing in there? Sir, this bag, it's gonna belong to the... Yes, it could well have been disposed of by a would-be assassin. A revolver. would have taken a lot of nerve to dump it here and amid all the chaos. Could this be the work of a professional? That would explain the security plan too. I think we need to take a very closer look at our latest find. Oh, just a single bullet. Show. Oh shit. Oh, two spent bullets in a cylinder, matching the 2 gunshots heard on the weapon. That proves it. This must be the weapon that was used. This part is called the grip. I've held a few guns in my time, though I've never felt quite right in my hand. This one is a reception. The silence. This is a laser sight. It can be lined up with a target to make aiming a bit easier. My press is here. Yup, definitely a red laser. Could the assassin have used a laser sight to target the president? That bag was a real find, huh? This goes to show a bag in hand is worth 2 in the trash. Nice work, detective. Now, there's something else I'd like to ask you if you don't mind. I need you to take it back in the dungeon forensics and see if they can find any evidence. On it, sir. A good set of fingerprints could really help this investigation along. Got the results for you, sir. That was quick. You bet it was. Told the test it was ultra super high priority. But, they came up empty. And they checked everywhere? Inside and outside, top to bottom, sir. They even took the bullets out of the gun and dusted them. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Hello, Pine. Well, this is quite the situation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edgeworth? Payne. Who is he again? It's Payne, Mr. Edgeworth. Winston Payne. We work together at the prosecutor's office. Augie. It's the Augie clan. He's a prosecutor? What brings you here today, Mr. Payne? Hey, what indeed? Why, only the invitation of the chief prosecutor himself. His voice, I recognized it from the tape recorder. Was he one of the men who was standing in front of Miss Lloyd? And where's the chief prosecutor? He had to leave, I'm afraid. He's a busy man. They let him, and only him, out through the court. So we had to summon on short notice and then left before he even showed up. Rude. No. You're the one with the news channel? Yep. Can I help you? You must have footage of the event. Do you mind if I take a look? Wish I could help you. That might be a little tricky. And why's that, huh, pal? You got a problem with doing your civic duty or something? No, it's just that my camera was knocked over in all the packing. And now we can't get it to work. That footage would have helped immensely. Just all wrong. Ha! What the? You look like you need a little help, Mr. Edgeworth. I know that voice. Okay! Kay Faraday! Honestly, I'll leave you alone for 2 seconds, but don't worry, your hero's here to save the day. That's right, the one and only, Kay Faraday. Hero? Only you would give yourself a title. So you're not a great thief anymore? Not right now, but it's not like I quit. I'm just on sabbatical. Taking time out for some intensive training. The second Yatagarasu doesn't come easy. Kay helped me out on a few occasions about 2 weeks ago when I was working on a case. The case of Yatagarasu, a mysterious thief who seemed to appear and disappear at will, and who claimed only to steal the truth. She calls herself the second Yatagarasu, the successor to the so-called Great Thief. There's not a lock it can't open on a traffic can't escape. And when it comes to stealing, well, I'm still in training, but I'll get there soon enough. What are you doing here? What do you think I'm doing? I've been enjoying the festivities, of course. I suppose she did mention being fond of such things. And afterwards, I was thinking of dropping by your office to see you guys, but now I don't have to. Good to see you, kiddo. You're as bright as breezy as ever. Hey, Gummy, how you been? Looking pretty full of beans and stuff. It's okay. Are you really here to save the day? Yup, baby. After your daughter hit the floor, your best pal of the world here only went and took pictures of the whole shebang. Did you know? Then you better show them. Wow, you don't even drop an inch. That's a girl. What's a girl gonna do to impress you, huh? I know, right? Mr. Prosecutor here is about as much fun as a day's true date. You wouldn't even let me call him she. Well, forget my manners. Tabby Lloyd, a reporter at your service. Nice to meet you, Tabby. You're right, he's no fun at all. Just one timey. You two can chat later. Okay, can I see those pictures? Ooh, fine. Here. The guy is very suspicious. I took this one right when the gun went off. It was total chaos, people running everywhere. The president and his two bodyguards. The names on the security plan were Knight and Rook, I think. What's that? Thank you, DK. I think you have provided us with a vital clue. Howee! Your eyes just lit up like a pair of Jane Christmas trees. Well, Mr. Edward, care to tell me readers what you have spotted? A contradiction. What now? I don't see not strange. Allow me to show you. This picture shows a moment of the incident, but another piece of the picture shows something different. I need to highlight the point of the contradiction, and then employ my powers of deduction. First, to find the contradiction in the photograph. Yes, this is it. I've simply pressed to make my deduction. What? Is that the contradiction? Now, to present the evidence that proves the contradiction. Wait, I have to. 9 to immediately escort President to plane in case of emergency. Stay frosty. We know who might be in the audience. If you say so, sir. I can't see anything myself. What? You don't see it? Something so obvious? That's a contradiction in itself. Sir Edward, you made a mistake, you need to tell me. Mistake? I have done no such thing. And I'll prove it to you. I've already located what's contradictory between this photograph and the evidence. What do you mean? What? I don't really understand this. Found in the trash on the left side of the spectator area.
Eureka!
No? What do you mean? Oh. the same? Is it not the president?
Eureka!
It's not the president? Look closely at the picture of the president in this newspaper clipping if you would, Miss Lee. Now look at Kay's photograph. Compare the two carefully. Huh? What am I looking for here? Well, OB! Indeed, there's some on the president's forehead, some that wasn't there in the... What? That's a contradiction? What is that, some kind of birthmark? Yeah, guy's got a big red birthmark right in the middle of his forehead. What? Isn't that the laser? I highly doubt a birthmark just sprang up there since the other picture was taken. Did he get bitten by the bug then, maybe? Yeah, that's it. That's right there, a big old bug bite. And here, I thought it was something important to look at the face. You should know that the road to the truth is made with just such seemingly trivial. Ooh, a game in the face. All right, duly noted, Chief. I don't... Huh. The television truck appears to be stuck in the mud. Reminds me of the time I pushed your car out of that ditch, sir. Then you just drove away and left me there. Gotta admit, it felt kind of lonely. Yeah, did I do that? I think I might have. You came back though, Mr. Edgeworth. Only left me there in the mud for maybe 15 minutes. I know you'd never forget about me, sir. Of course I would. Carry those 15 minutes anyway. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, Faraday. Did you like my big entrance? Bet I really am your hero now. Well, your evidence helped things along, sir. Hey, I'm the second Yatagarasu, remember? All in a day's work. And I wish I could have showed you how far I've really come with the whole great thief thing, though. The training you mentioned? About that. Don't worry, I haven't stolen anything yet. I promise. Oh, the whole great thief thing is just on hold for now anyway. That's a relief, I suppose. Yeah, I wanted to get out of here. Get out of there and start stealing back the truth like my dad. But I've still got a ways to go in my training, and I need to find some partners. Which means that figuratively. I can't be the only girl in the world looking to pull off the most daring heist ever attempted. True, but not many people looking to pull off Korea's boss even about the incident. Yep, no doubt about it if you compare the pic I took it to the newspaper. The red birthmark stands out like a sore thumb. That's a contradiction, all right. Indeed, though I very much doubt it's due to a birthmark suddenly appearing. Oh, that reminds me, I might have to steal that line of yours. The road to the truth is paved with seemingly trivial thefts. Funny, I don't remember that being the exact sequence of words I used. Why just rob a house when you can rearrange your furniture too? You may call it rearranging, but I call it irretrievably corrupting. About the incident. You say you attended today's ceremony in order to gather material for an article of some kind. You bet I did. It ain't the kind of thing that happens every day. And when did the ceremony begin? Right after the rain stopped. I got lucky it was raining all morning before that. Anyhow, the president's plane touched down right around 1:45. And the speech started at 2 in the nose. What about the shooting? It must have been maybe 20 after. Oh, so 20 minutes after the ceremony began. Yeah! Shots rang out, tearing through air at only moments before I'd been alive with troops. In tragedy, the president dropped to the floor, felled by an unknown assassin's bullet. It's 2:25 p.m. on March 25th, and I've been reporting to you live from the scene here in Cortland. What was that all about? Sorry, just making some voices. Gotta get those ideas down the second they came to the old noggin, you know. And every day you get to report an assassination on the president. It's dramatic, it's emotional. It's got everything I need to write an article that puts the readers right there on the scene. And did the president really drop to the floor? Officers on the scene said his bodyguards escorted him straight onto the presidential plane. Hey, you can't blame me for getting a little carried away now, can ya? I better take any testimony she gives with a good-sized pinch of salt. Local reporter. Hey, stop it. Calling me a reporter and all. It's kind of weird when somebody else says it. Still, tabloid reporter at large does have a kind of ring to it, don't you think? But you are a reporter, correct? Sure I am, a reporter in training. What? Have you ever had any articles published? Fixing to look at my work out, well, that might be tricky. And yet, you call yourself a reporter nonetheless. Well, as soon as you'll be, won't I? This right here is a big old scoop, no mistake about it. And I got the whole thing on tape, don't miss a second. And it's all thanks to my trusty mic and even trustier tape machine. I'm about to set the journalist world on fire, just like my mentor before me. Your mentor. You know the Chief Ruffles, my mentor, my inspiration? No, but you have mentioned her repeatedly. Did I? Can't rightly say or remember. What kind of reporter forgets the things like that? Well, it's just like the Chief always says. You gotta treat information as irresponsibly as you can. And what kind of mentor says that? Ooh, you sure heard? You sure heard the day she gave me this here tape machine. You be sure and bag yourself in juiciest, sleaziest scoops you can now, you hear? Wonderful. So you're the kind of reporter who sees fires under. Who sees fire under when the faintest trace of smoke. Now, the kind of reporter who puffs on the fire until the smoke out about shows you, hey. How is that any better? Looks almost brand new. I imagine it was placed here recently. What's it say? 50 yards to the Gordy Museum? And 70 yards to the, never mind. What's the matter, detective? Just read it, will you? 70 yards to the boathouse. It feels like a million years since the whole story affair unfolded. Fond memories, detective. Yeah, fond memories, sir. Yeah, the boathouse. Yeah, it's a fond memory indeed, the boathouse. Yes, sir? Notice anything? All these flashing lights and clinking cameras. Why do they need pictures of the crowd anyhow? Stupid, nosy news hounds. Well, it is a rather newsworthy event, detective. Don't let them get to it. But they're taking pictures, sir, and mine. I never signed away my image rights, and neither did you. Wait there. I'll be right back. Ran out before he stopped me. Now he's looking for whoever photographed him and annoying everybody else in the process. Will I stop finding new ways to surprise me? About my organizer. You know, you can check the information you have gathered by pressing L1. But let's say you have forgotten it, my first name, you could look that up in your organizer. What exactly were you insinuating, detective? I know your first name perfectly well. If you say so, sir, just remember that all the evidence you gather is in your organizer, okay? Including stuff like people's names and backgrounds, even mine. Yeah, I suppose I should take a look later with R1. About evidence. Evidence is no good to sit in your pocket, sir. You gotta use it. By presenting it to people and seeing what they have to say. Yes, I'm well aware of that, detective. Sure, but you gotta look it over too. The devil's in the details, as you say. Prod it, poke it, look it out, look it down. Heck, even lick it if it helps. Do whatever it takes, smash it to pieces, and put it all under a microscope you have. I admire your spirit, detective, but I'll stop short of the destruction of evidence if it's all the same to you. Hey, just my little joke, sir. Guess I got a little carried away. Exactly my worry if I ever met a man who would pulverize a piece of evidence this way. Oh shit. well, let me... I think I've done enough. Knight to immediately escort president. So the knight is a second in command. The lead is a rook. Let's cover from lakeside. Eyes on this area. Rook reposition in light of knight's injury. Oh, knight is injured? I've been curious about his hand, like being behind the back, behind the shield. Knight to immediately escort president to plane in case of emergency. Say Frosty, we know who might be the audience. Okay, let's go. I have one chance left. I have solved the mystery of the red birthmark. Really? So it wasn't a bug bite? No. What we're dealing with isn't some that would itch for a day and then disappear. It is, in fact, the beam of a laser sight. Then our killer was aiming to shoot the president square in the forehead? And shortly after this picture was taken, a second shot rang out. Yeah, this gotta do more than an itch. Indeed, I fear the president may be in even more danger than we thought. And that the gun we found was a weapon used in the crime. Found a trash on the left side of a spectator area fitted with a laser sight used in the attempt. Okay. Yeah, how can they think it's a bug bite? Come on. Why would the perp use a laser sight though? He's right. You stand out like crazy using something like that. Pew pew pew. It's not like you can just go around choosing lasers all over the place. No, and anyone who saw it could trace it right back to the shooter. Seems like a pretty bad idea all around. Oh, I almost forgot. I took a couple more pictures. Maybe the laser sight in one of them. It's a long shot, but it's worth a look at these. Alright, Kay, let's see these other pictures. Yes, sir, right away, sir. Let's see. First up, here's one I took just before everything started going south. Yep, I can see the red dot. It might be more useful to us if the frame wasn't taken up with your face. Hey, can you blame me for wanting to get a selfie with the president? Lucky for you, this was right before the gun went off. And this one I showed you before, it's from just after the first shot was fired. The second shot came just seconds after this. Then there's... What's this? I can hardly see it. I got knocked over when everyone started running right after that last picture. I guess I must have pressed the shutter by accident. Not sure if this one's gonna be much use, kid. And that's all of them. Okay. Time to take a closer look. Let's examine the picture from before the shooting. Is there any hint of a laser sight here in the picture? Of course.
Take that!
There, I see it. What is it, sir? Look closely at the person with the red hood. Whoa, there it is. Indeed, that's our laser sight right there. So that's our perp. The one in the red hood must be the shooter. We found them. And all thanks to yours truly. Indeed, you led us right to the greatest treasure of all. This great thief, the truth. Hee. You may have captured our would-be assassin in one of your other pictures too. Let's take another look. A red hooded suspect could be another thief's picture from after the shooting. Is a person with a red hood here somewhere?
Take that!
Look, right there. A red jacket. It must be a suspect. Looks like they took advantage of the confusion to make the getaway. Luckily, we can see exactly where they were headed. Ah, the samurai dog stand. Precisely, which means they escaped towards the right-hand side of the spectator area. Detective Gumshoe? On it, sir. Consider it clear. Good, I'm counting on you. Oh, wow. We have you now, my little Red Riding Hood. The entire park is cordoned off, and we know which way you went. Now it's simply a matter of hunting you down. Now, let us continue our investigation. There is evidence here somewhere. All we have to do is find it. There are toy rifles lined up along the counter. Ooh, a rifle range. I'm good at these, sir. A regular sharpshooter. I thought you said you hated guns. Oh, I don't hate him. I just don't really like him. Isn't that basically the same thing? A banner advertising the rifle range is falling over. It must have been knocked down in the crush. It's covered in footprints, too. The crowds must have really panicked. Hey, you know where I can buy one of these? Why would you wish to? Don't tell me you're thinking of writing Gumshoe on it and wearing it on your back. What? How'd you guess? Are you my reader, sir? Is that it? It's a joke. I should have known that nothing's impossible when it comes to the good detective. It's funny. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. What's this? A red button? Hey, do you think? Found near samurai dogs. Could have been dropped by a red hooded suspect? Yes, it certainly seems likely. Oh, it's a hood! There's something red down there. Detective Gumshoe, can you see what that is? Understand, please? There's some down here, alright, let's see. A red raincoat! This must be the one the suspect was wearing. They must have taken it off and hidden it under there before they made their escape. Okay. It's a fancy-looking good stand made of plywood and it sells samurai dogs. Hey, Mr. Edwards, I've got 150 if, you're not actually suggesting I subsidize you eating on a job. Oh, I didn't mean to, that is. Maybe when we're done? Fine. When we're finished investigating, we can have one. Only one, understood. Sorry, sir, I never should have. Wait, did you say you could have one? Yes, why something matter? No, it's just, I wasn't expecting you to. Thanks, sir! What? Am I that bad? It says samurai dogs, now with Sakura relish. Just in time for spring. Sakura, huh? What does that taste like? Well, Sakura is cherry blossom, so I guess maybe cherries? But blossoms are blossoms and cherries are cherries, sir. They're totally different things. Yeah, but you're right, I suppose. So what does Sakura really taste like? This is my kind of mystery. Okay, I don't think I have anything else. Oh, I do? Oh, the button. There's nothing unusual about the left sleeve. Nope, it's not inside out. And the button's still attached. Seemed entirely too neat to have been removed in a hurry and thrown on the ground. The sleeve, it's inside out. The button is missing too. we found seems to have come from this raincoat. It must have been pulled loose when the killer took it off. Huh? The right sleeve's inside out too. It seems it was removed in a hurry. Fast enough to tear button off, no less. I surmise our assassin disposed of their gun and bag and trash immediately after shooting at the president. They then slipped into a panicked crowd and moved from left to right side of a spectator area. This was because they knew the trajectory of the bullet could point to a shooter on the left side. Finally, they removed the raincoat and hid it under a samurai dog stand. The killer would have needed to get rid of the coat as soon as possible, hence his hurried removal. The fact that the right sleeve is inside out is a testament on how quickly it was taken off. Yep, that and a missing button. The question, of course, is why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve? Yeah. Only the right sleeve is inside out. Indeed, and the button on the left sleeve is still securely attached. So, what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? If we're to answer that question, Detective, we'll need to inspect the raincoat in more detail. Let's take a closer look at the inside of the raincoat. Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. This is a busting. Considering where it's located, I'd say the blood belongs to our would-be assassin. So we're looking for someone with an injury? Not just any injury, Detective. An injury on their left arm. Huh? How do we know that? Simple. The right sleeve is inside out, suggesting that the suspect removed the raincoat in a hurry. Conversely, the left sleeve is just as we would expect it to be. Therefore, the suspect's left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. And once we understand that, everything else falls into place. Now, Detective, there's a blood stain on the left side lighting up the raincoat because the suspect's arm was too injured to fit through the sleeve. Precisely. Or at least we can say that there is a good probability that was the case. The pieces are starting to fall into place. Detective Gumshoe, I need you to go and search a crowd for likely suspects. Yes, sir. Suspicious characters with injured left arms. Coming right up. You're even smarter than you look, Ruffles. Taking all them itty-bitty pieces and putting them together like that, you have the man in no time. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. The park is still done off, so I would be assassin will be in the crowd. Don't let me down, Detective Gumshoe. I doubt it from his face. March 25th, 3:27 p.m. Gort Lake, spectator area. Miss Edgeworth, we found someone who fits the bill perfectly, sir. We don't have the assassin, dummy. Hold on, Kay. It's a little soon to be jumping to conclusions. For the moment, they're a person of interest and nothing more, understood? Okay, no jumping. But he's our shooter, sir, I'm sure of it. He's the guy who tried to take out the president. In broad daylight surrounded by a crowd of witnesses, this is no ordinary assassin. Bring him over here, Detective, carefully. Yes, sir. Come on, boys. You heard, Mr. Edgeworth? No umbrella and a bandage on his left arm. Well, pal, say your name already. Doe. John Doe. Charmed, I'm sure. John Doe? Not a name we often hear in real life. That's correct. I know this man from somewhere. I'm sure of it. Yeah, I think I've seen him. And you are Prosecutor Edgeworth. You know my name? Of course. I've been following today's developments with some interest. Now, perhaps you'd care to explain why you've asked to speak with me. As you've been following our investigation, you're no doubt already aware of who we're looking for. So let me ask you, do you recognize his raincoat by any chance? Forgive me, but I'm afraid I do not. I see. Well, I believe its owner to be the would-be assassin we're seeking. My, well, isn't that just shocking? And this same would-be assassin happens to have an injured left arm, just like you. All I can tell you is that I have nothing to do with this unfortunate affair. Two adversaries stare each other down, their eyes like lasers. Care to tell readers what happens next? A showdown, that's what. A battle of wits, a battle of words. dare let him explain any further what he thinks this upcoming battle will entail? Sure, let the man blather on. In the battle of wits, you never know if or when the other guy might be lying or just plain mistaken. But if you spot an inconsistency in the statement theirs, you gotta present the evidence that proves it. And to do that, I'll need to first open my organizer with R1 and press triangle to present my evidence. And what if there ain't no inconsistencies to find? Then you change tab, press for more information, and see what you can shake loose. Indeed, I can press my opponent without... Why don't you show us how it's done, Mr. Edgeworth? How it's done, run, rerun the town! Stepping up to bat, our nation's top prosecutor. Once I'm able to quietly gather my thoughts... Doe's deposition. I can understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be interested. But you have no proof that this person is injured as you. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella. No raincoat required. So you contend that you were not wearing a raincoat, is that correct? It is, and is that so strange? Not everyone wears one after all. I happen to prefer an umbrella. Team raincoat over here. They are perfect for when a girl really needs to move. Heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow, or shine is my trusty parka every time. Not exactly the line of inquiry I was hoping to pursue. So you see, I'm not your would-be killer. And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe. Please, I'm just a simple IQ self. Oh my. Forgive me, my wound seems to have begun bleeding again in all the excitement. The owner of the raincoat is definitely our assassin. And said owner also has injured left arm. I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time. Let's go, rebuttal! I can understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you.
Hold it!
So you admit that whoever wore the raincoat is a person of interest? I know they are. I was able to follow most of your investigation from the spectator area. One never thinks one could get caught up in such an awful thing as assassination. But you have no proof that this person is injured as you claim.
Hold it!
So you'd like to see some proof that the owner of the raincoat is an injury? I would certainly expect such a renowned prosecutor to have some. I still don't understand how you know who I am. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, you're famous. You probably read about you in a newspaper. I have also been observing you, unless you forget. Don't believe a word he says. If I can prove his life, we'd be one step closer to apprehending a shooter. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right.
Hold it!
That looks like quite a serious injury, Mr. Doe. How long ago did it happen? Exactly. Oh, not long. Yeah, still bleeding. That's all you're going to say on the subject? Well, it certainly made servicing ice cream more difficult. It stopped me from holding my umbrella while at work. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella, no raincoat.
Hold it!
And yet, you don't seem to have an umbrella on you at the moment. Didn't the rain stop only a short while ago, just before the shooting? It did indeed. I remember because it was suddenly inundated with customers. That was less than an hour ago. Are you trying to tell me you lost your umbrella in that short of a span of time? Yes, that is exactly what I'm trying to do. After all, it only takes a moment for someone to steal an umbrella, especially in a crowded outside. That's entirely possible, I suppose. I had my umbrella when it was raining, Miss Edgeworth. That is a fact. And then he lost an umbrella to the crowd, huh? Guess it's just one of those things. I suppose you're going to tell me that his wound reopening is just one of those things too. Well, it kinda is, no? And the assassin's left arm is injured. As is Mr. Doe's. Why is even bleeding as? You're right, that is pretty suspicious. Nonetheless, we need to find some concrete that will link Mr. Doe to the crime. I should press R1 to open the organizer and look overall the evidence again.
Objection!
I have the proof, though. You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe, but not quite careful enough. After all, you left some behind, some of vital importance. I'm afraid you must have me confused with something else. The code is all lots of things. Or, do you claim to have some kind of proof to support your accusation? Your arm isn't troubling you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again. I survived, although I can't pretend it's not some of an inconvenience. You have my deepest sympathies, because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps made a clean getaway. What exactly are you insinuating? As we have already established, whoever wore the raincoat is injured. And now we can prove that person was you, with this decisive piece of evidence. You see, Mr. Dill, there is a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin. Attempted murder of a foreign leader, causing a diplomatic incident that will throw the book at you. You can give us a silent treatment all you like, we don't need you to tell. A simple blood test will give us the answer. All it takes is for us to compare the blood on your bandages with that on the raincoat, and that would be that. We have the evidence. Why to make it easier on all of us? Admit that you were the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Zhengfa. I'm not your assassin. You were stubborn, I give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Now, do the honorable thing and admit defeat. Well, you need to check first, Edgeworth. He doesn't look like a man with no moves left to play. Very well, you have me. I'll admit it, I was wearing the raincoat. Confess, say the word, and I'll slap the cuffs on him right now. But I did not shoot at the president. What? Mr. Edgeworth? The only thing you have proven is that I was wearing a particular raincoat. And as far as I'm aware, that is not a crime. Oh shit. Doe's deposition part 2. I'm no assassin, I'm a simple ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and his shots rang out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. Now, are you finally satisfied that I'm telling the truth? As if your story stinks! You don't scare me, the evidence is on our side, you know. Look, it's right there, plain as day. The assassin, and they're wearing a red raincoat. Intriguing, but that is not me. Oh, come on! Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today? I do, actually. But then why? Why does he seem so sure of himself? A simple ice cream.
Hold it!
A simple ice cream seller, but a knowledgeable one, I assume. On the subject of ice cream, at least. But of course, ask me anything you wish. I don't know the first thing about ice cream. You know what the most important thing about making ice cream is, of course, Mr. Edgeworth? Why, the most important thing about making ice cream is you approach it with a virtuous heart. And what does virtue have to do with it? Without proper relevance of the craft, I'm afraid all you ever make us fleeting crystals of ice. There, I hope that you now see. I'm nothing more than an ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president's.
Hold it!
Why a raincoat? And why were you not using an umbrella? Is that so strange? It was a rainy morning. Most people were wearing a jacket of some kind. Well, I'd say it's a pretty strange choice considering you couldn't get one of your arms into it. Better that than have one of my hands occupied by an umbrella and an ice cream to serve after. Then why go to such lengths to avoid testifying to that event in the first place? Forgive me, I simply hadn't remembered until now. It's been an eventful day after all. Eventful? Well, I hardly know what else to call it, Miss Edgeworth. The president of Jungfrau was shot at. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguards ran into action and shot.
Hold it!
Oh shit. So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots? Yes. If I recall correctly, they moved first. At least, the one on the left did. You're rather observant, Mr. Doe. I'm blessed with keen eyes. The names of the bodyguards were written in the top left corner of security plan. And the one on the left was Rook. That's correct. What? He knows? Bastion Rook, I believe. I expect he noticed the light from a laser sight. The man is no amateur. Mr. Doe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. I'd like you to append what you just said to your testimony, if you don't mind. As you wish. The bodyguard on the left, Bastion Rook, was especially quick to respond.
Hold it!
So the bodyguard on the left was the first to move. By the smallest fraction, yes. He reacted admirably swiftly. His name was Bastion Rook, did you say? It appears you have assessed the situation quite astutely. No more so than anybody else, I'm sure. He's good. He didn't even flinch. Well, that's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives.
Hold it!
So you yourself didn't start running and screaming? I was hardly in a position to. Oh yeah? And what position were you in? One of extreme pain. Somebody bumped right to my wounded arm. Hard. It was excruciating. I thought my eyes would pop out of my head. Well, they clearly did. Of course they did. In any event, the shooter was wearing a red raincoat. We have photographic proof of that, and yet Mr. John Doe here swears it wasn't him. The guy's lying through his teeth, I tell you. No one gets away with disrespecting Mr. Edgeworth's pal. Not on my watch. Calm down, detective. We'll get the truth out of him by catching him alive. Yeah, so let's keep at it. He'll let something slip soon enough. I know of its root, but...
Objection!
We don't know its Bastion. As I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe. You have overestimated me. You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh? Then tell me how simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential's bodyguards' names. What? You jest, surely? You were the one who spoke their names aloud. Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
We only know those names thanks to the security plan. But look closely, only their surnames appear. Yet we all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. How did you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have. Seemed pretty darn suspicious to me. Well, how'd you know? Explain yourself. It was merely a slip of the tongue. Another lie is an assassin, just like we said. Come now, miss. It's a little soon to be jumping to such conclusions. I did know their names, yes, and the reason for that is... Well, I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted. What? We have some of a connection. And his is a name I could never forget. You think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying. I'm not lying, as I have always been. A simple ice cream seller. And an acquaintance of Bastion Rook.
Objection!
I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that. Should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, correct? Please, you're more than welcome to ask him, although I think that might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the president's safety. But suppose you're able to speak with him, and he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How would that help you to prove I was shooting?
Objection!
If you weren't the shooter, why take off your raincoat? Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had grown quite warm. Far better to let my wound breathe, no? Or would you rather I have let it fester? No. Is he actually going to worm his way out of this? What are you waiting for, Mr. Edwards? Hurry up and arrest the man. He's clearly guilty. If I were you, he'd be in jail already. You might be willing to arrest him without sufficient proof. No, come on, Mr. Edwards. There's got to be something you can do. Shocking scenes here as the culprit seems all uncertain to escape justice. It seems the court of public opinions has spoken. Very well. As I will clearly be viewed with suspicion no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know. What you know? What's his angle here? I saw another person with a red hood. Oh. Are you kidding? It's a person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed them just before the president's speech began. It was still raining. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. As if the laser beam was aimed directly at the president's head. He's claiming there was another red-hooded person. Preposterous. I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similarly to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. And so naturally, I removed my...
Objection!
So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you? How very confusing. I had thought you might find it far-fetched, hence my not mentioning it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You'd never have believed me. Especially not if I had said that the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. Well, I know you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting. No, not you, Miss Edwards. Your colleague over there. Huh? Me? Yes, the photograph will prove it, I'm sure. You see it right there in front of the person with the red hood. That's me, yes, but... Like, what exactly are you saying? What's his in-game? As I mentioned, I've been following your investigation with some interest, Miss Edwards. And while pondering the details, I noticed some strange. Strange? What exactly? Come now, a man of your talents should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this. I'm afraid I don't follow. The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. But there's nothing weird about that, is there? Think carefully. The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence we've gathered is inconsistent with what we see here. What is Mr. Joe talking about? Which piece of evidence is inconsistent with what's in this picture? What's inconsistent? Which piece of evidence? Oh, it's a tape? Honored friends and allies, I'm here today to deliver a message. Is supposed to be behind me. Isn't that right?
Take that!
Ah, of course, the tape. It contradicts the photograph. So you have noticed at last. What's this going on about, Mr. Edgeworth? Someone's missing. Someone who should be here. Huh? But who? Who indeed? The person who is missing from this photograph is...
Take that!
Huh? Miss Lloyd? How do you figure that? Mr. Payne's voice can clearly be heard on Miss Lloyd's tape, considering that he was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor. Oh, there was these two old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape. You're right, but she's not in the picture. Precisely. Well, Mr. Edward, do you still believe that you have been hounding the right person? Nah. Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions? Whoa, you're fixing to put me under the microscope now? Alright, sure, knock yourselves out. I got nothing to hide. Miss Lloyd's testimony. It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. Now, I was running all over, Robin reporter style, and was a big old crowd. Guess the picture must have been taken while it was in one spot and the tapes from when it was in another. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding. There's no doubt about the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Fanname, the chief prosecutor, I'm certain of it. Tabby wouldn't lie to us. I know she wouldn't. But if she did, that would mean that she's our perv. She's our perv. Will you quit messing with me as if I could have done a thing like that, little old me? Might be inclined to believe you. Your testimony didn't contain a glaring inconsistency. It does? I thought it was pretty good. Seems I have no choice but to present her with the evidence and expose the contradiction. It ain't like I was standing still the whole time.
Hold it!
Why would you be moving around if your main aim was to record the president's speech? What now? How do you mean? Surely the speech would have been best recorded from a single, consistent position. Well, see, that is, oh yeah, ambience. That's the word I was looking for. Gotta capture the ambience. Can't put that electric atmosphere down in print if I don't have a bunch of it on tape for inspiration. Surely all you achieved was to fill the tape with unwanted background noise. You're questioning my methods now. I don't do standing still, alright? Now I was running all over, roving reporter style, and that was a big old crowd.
Hold it!
You were running all over? Where exactly? Here, there, and everywhere, I guess. What? You don't know what all over means? You think I remember exactly where I was and when in a crowd like that? What do you all want from me? I'd like you to at least tell us whether you were to the left or the right of the stage. Left. Yeah, left, I think. The suspect in the picture was on the left-hand side too. Guess the picture must have been taken while it was in one spot and the tapes from when it was in another.
Hold it!
So the fact that you were not in a picture is to be expected. Is that what you're trying to tell us? It surely is. It caught your pals and prosecutors on tape while it was in one part of the crowd. And then the picture was snapped while it was off somewhere else. Look at it that way. It all makes perfect sense. Your assertion then is that the picture and the recording were taken at different points in the speech. Yep, timing's everything. We learned that soon enough in the right away. So if I can prove that the two things did happen at the same time, her entire defense would come tumbling down. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't not but a misunderstanding.
Hold it!
Evil eye? Are you suggesting that I might be attempting to intimidate a witness? Yeah, I'm just suggesting that you lighten up a little. Frowned that way for too long and it was thick. Ain't none so bad that a little smile can't make better, wouldn't you say, Ruffles? I'm investigating the shooting of President Mr. Lloyd. A smile is highly unlikely to help him. So, proclaim the prosecutor, all the while beaming from ear to ear. Paragraph ends. Perhaps what I ought to do is employ my evil eye on her next time. I just can't get a read on her, but I don't feel like she's hiding anything super bad here. I agree that she doesn't seem to be ill-intentioned. But who knows if that means something much worse is lying there. Regardless, we must put aside our immediate impressions, reactions on the record. And I have proved that contradicts your testimony. I don't. he put his hands up on stage.
Objection!
Miss Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say? You're damned right it is, and I don't lie. And yet the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time. What? You can't prove that! Oh, but I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures. This one in particular shows something that lines up precisely with when you were making your recording. What part of picture indicates that it must have been taken at the same time as Miss Lloyd's recording?
Take that!
See here? The president has his fist raised. And what about it? Would you be so kind as to play us a tape again? Now I see. It ain't that simple. What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice? You don't make it easy to do that. Remember, we're concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. No criminal organization, no matter how big, is above the law. The president presses his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. There! That's the moment right there! Correct. We have now confirmed when it occurred in the recording. Which means Tabby should be in the picture too. And she is right there for all to see. For Miss Lloyd is in fact a person with a red hood. What? So you're a shooter, huh? No. I don't even own a jacket like that. That's right. From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is. Neither of them? John Doe? We have already proven that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else, something that also happened to have a red hood. So, there were two people with red hoods all along? Indeed, Mr. Doe's last statement was true. Wait, but we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one? Our ice cream seller never mentioned a raincoat, but only a red hood. So, tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd. This whole thing? Well, the best thing about it, like I said, is if you get mud and such on it. Yeah, the inside is red. It's reversible, see? So you just turn it inside out and... Just as I thought. The inside of her hood, it's red! That's right. And when the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible. What's going on? What were you really up to, pal? Wait, I never even wore it that way around. Perhaps it would allow us, if you would allow us to examine it, we could confirm that for ourselves. And you're gonna confirm that how exactly? It was raining right up until the president's speech, correct? That much has been established already. And as you yourself said, heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow, shine is my trusty progress every time. So you have reversed your progress since the rain. Then the inside should be dry. Wait a second now. I got this big old package on, see? So I can take off my jacket, yeah. Maybe I could show y'all some other time, hey? You think an excuse this week's gonna wash with Mr. Edgeworth? Ow. Well, what are you waiting for? If you're innocent, take it off and show us. It wasn't me, I swear. I never shot the damn president. I would never. If that's true, Miss Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today? I'm sorry, Ruffles. There's some I never told you. Some I couldn't. But I'll come clean, I promise. Just go easy on me now, you. Who said that? Hold your horses. It's a little soon for the end game. Lottie? Oh. that goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You lost this one the moment you made your opening move. That's one of the men from K's photograph. Guess I'd better introduce myself. What the heck? The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard and second in command of his security detail. Point that thing someplace else, pal. What the heck is wrong with you? Sorry, can't help myself. It's just too much fun being this girl. You're not a member of law enforcement, so how'd you get a gun? This old girl's on loan from Jungfa, temporarily issued to us presidential bodyguards. Anyway, never mind that. I got 2 tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? Choice is yours. I'm indifferent, whichever you prefer. Really? You're giving up the first move advantage just like that? Whatever, you lost. Guess I push out the first pawn then. So, you play a little chess, I take it. Fellow fan, are you Mr. Ratsu? The name said, and you could say I doubt it. Duly noted, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, I'll start with the good news. President's okay. He didn't suffer so much as a scratch. He did? That's a relief. Particularly for the young lady here. That means there's no longer a murder charge on the table. That is good news, huh, Debbie? Yeah, because I'd never... Now for the bad news. The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did, anyhow, our boss. Put himself in the line of fire. You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook? Yeah, it's game over for him. Ah! No way! Rook is dead? A genuine loss. So, you're saying that Tabby... Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague, my brother in arms. Ow, heck no, I didn't do it. I didn't kill anybody. I could never. I'd shut my mouth if I were you, murderer. Sure, we did what we had to do, sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. But to lose someone like him during a casting, that's a real shame. Casting? What's that even mean? It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where Rook switches places with the king. Then why didn't he just say so? Mr. Knight, was it? Yeah? What? We'll need to see the victim's body right away. And if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions. Sorry, no can do. And why not? That's the third piece of news, and it's the piece you're gonna like the least. I thought you said there were only 2. The National Police Force of Jungfa will be handling things around. What? You better be kidding, pal! This investigation was assigned to us. We're not about to hand it over. You are the Edgeworth, right? The one who solved the Yatagarasu case? The president mentioned it. I'm honored to have warranted this attention. Makes sense if the chief prosecutor was assigned this one to you. Wait, did the chief assign me to a piece of puzzle from the president? But that was a mistake, a big one. He should have given the case to somebody with a spine. You're free to take it up with the President Wang. With President Wang if you enjoy diplomatic incidents. Ah! You coming with me. We'll continue this on the presidential plane. No. No. I never did nothing, I swear. We can do this a hard way if you like, but in Jungfa justice is served one way or another. Ruffles, come on, you're gonna help me out here, please. Miss Lloyd, she was the one in the red room, no denying that. But I can't help feeling you still don't know the whole truth behind this case. I'm innocent, you gotta believe me. Can I really let this happen? Is it really how it ends? The look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. And if I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened. Objection! Eh! What? Huh? What the? Get your filthy hands off of... Quiet now. Is that really any way to greet me? Your neck has barely begun to heal. You have already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. What? It's you! So you do remember. What do you think you're doing, pal? Put the knife down and give it up. You got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers. Just don't even think about it. You don't stand a chance against this guy. Who are you really, Mr. Joe? Let's just say that I'm no simple ice cream seller. The guy's a pro, a hitman. His name's Shelly the Killer. The Killer? There's not a legal professional in the country who doesn't know that. An assassin capable of taking down anytime, any place, anytime. This isn't the first time I've had it crossed. It's been too long, isn't it? But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face. You are the assassin we've been looking for. In a sense, yes. A certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract would indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wang. I swear I've seen his picture in one of my old files before. Ah, how could I have been so careless? My bandage proved careful for bringing a knife into a park undetected. But I miscalculated in certain other regards. You didn't bring a gun? Now, shall we play a little game, Mr. Knight? I know how fond you are of such diversion. The stakes must be high in order for it to be fun, of course. Shall we wager, saying your life? What do you want from me? I would like for you to allow Mr. Edward to remain in charge of the case. What? What are you up to, Edward? I was simply like a mutual friend to see things through to the conclusion. Huh? But why? Sebastian Root was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection. It is only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light. With Mr. Root's departure, the case is now yours to investigate, is it not, Mr. Knight? I'm simply asking you to transfer that authority to Mr. Edward. It's not something worth losing your life over, surely. You're just using the investigation as an excuse to get close to the president. Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we'll need to enter the presidential court. You think I'm gonna let you near him? I'm his chief bodyguard. Are you? And here I thought you were only second in command. Ruth's not around. That means I'm number one. I would think you have what it takes to step into such a capable position. Of course I do. I'm a leader now. Me! If that is indeed the case, then I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Will you needlessly throw away your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue? Nah. Is he really doing this to gain access to the president? Does he even need to? What is he plotting? You have no objections, I trust, Mr. Edward? Come, let us continue the investigation. Well, what do we do, sir? It would seem we have little choice but to do. It would seem we have little choice but to do as we are told. That said, listen, detective, listen well. I'll buy us some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers, have them surround the plane and make absolutely certain that there's no way he can escape. Yes, sir, you got it. To be continued! Oh my god! That was a long episode. It was really a long episode. Okay, we're gonna leave this here first for now. I'm very sorry I'm an hour late, but still, I only intend to play one part at a time anyway. So yeah, this is gonna go for a long, long time again. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the game. I enjoyed it so much. I feel like everything passed by so fast, though. I mean, all the conversation and deduction and all the testimony, it went by so fast. Like, the system of this game is a lot faster than the bigger game that we played before. So yeah, I really hope you found it fun, because I found it super, super fun. And yeah, that guy, the killer, is very, very sus of him to be doing that. So yeah, I don't know what's going on in his head either. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Thank you. I love you so much. I'm gonna be... Well... Ooh! Ooh! Vinayta, thank you so much. I thought you were gone. Already. I'm sorry you waited so long. I mean, everybody waited so long for this to happen because I slept in. I have to say, I really have to say, I really have to say that I woke up right at my alarm, right when the alarm rang, when the alarm went off, and then I turned it off. Thank you so much, Vinaydan. Thank you. I love you for being here. I love you for not being here. I love you for everything that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you had fun, and I'm having fun, and I'm super hungry right now. So yeah, let's go eat. Let's go, let's go. Let's go eat. Should we? Love you too. Yes, I love you too. Should we rate somebody? Of course, we should rate somebody. Should we rate somebody? Should we rate somebody? Someone new. I think I should rate someone new. Probably like a tie. She looks cute. Let's go say hi to her. It's Penelope Pink. Penelope Pink. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm not sure if she's going, though. Going away, but yeah. Thank you, everyone. I'll be going now. Bye-bye. Oh, not time for 8 yet. Wait. Okay, I'll rate now. Thank you. Bye-bye. Kiraryoku. Over and out. Mwah!